Hello, and welcome back to episode 3 of my curated thrift bundle series. I guess this is a series now because this is the third video. I don't know, I'm new here. This thrift bundle is for Katie, someone who's also named Katie. And this one is a little bit different than the others because I didn't base it so much on Pinterest, but more so on a specific influencer. I would describe this influencer style as being very classic, elevated casual, but still modern, more modern silhouettes, like a wider pant, slightly oversized silhouettes, but nothing extreme. And this is how I would describe Katie as well, is that she is very classic and she likes things that are timeless. She just needs sort of an updated version of that. Katie, like many of us, has fallen into that trap of finding an influencer whose style we really like. And so we just start buying the exact same things as them. We get the item and then it just doesn't look right on us, or it doesn't look the same. And then we can get into this spiral of comparing the way we look to the way they look, and no, we're all different. We all have different proportions, we all have different natural coloring, and all these things are gonna make clothes look different from person to person, and that's okay. Another thing about Katie is she is really trying to find her personal style again. Last time Katie felt confident about her style were in the late 2010s. This was when she was working a corporate job in San Diego. Now she lives in Portland, has a 3-year-old, and works from home. So her body, her lifestyle, and her climate are completely different, not to mention the style of the times. Things have changed a lot since then. What I did for Katie is I took into consideration everything I always take into consideration, which again is current aesthetic goals, quality, proportions, and natural coloring. But I really focused on this particular influencer and her style to try to show her and all of you that you can take inspiration from a style you really like and even emulate it, but it's not as easy as copy and paste, but it can be done. Anyway, let's get into it. Where should I start? First thing I'm going to show you guys is this little turtleneck sweater. I don't think it gets more classic than a good stripe and a classic cable knit and a turtleneck. Katie's favorite pair of jeans are a pair of dark wash boot cut, and I think that's gonna look really nice with this, and again, get that really classic feel. And I think it's just gonna really fit the aesthetic of what she's going for and aspiring to. While we're on the topic of classic navy blue and white stripes, there is a little bit of a theme here, and I did that intentionally because Katie looks really good in very deep saturated colors and bright whites and high contrast. For those of you who are familiar with color theory, she's a deep winter. Those of you who aren't, what that means is that the colors that look best on her are cool tone, deep, saturated, and slash or bright, and high contrast. So this cute little boat neck striped shirt I got her is a great example of both a high contrast piece with some really classic qualities to it. Classic boat neck, the classic stripes. It's also a very classic fit. It's not particularly fitted, but it's also not oversized, which I think is gonna go really well with the aesthetic that she's trying to curate for herself. In every thrift bundle, I feel like there's one particularly special piece that when you find it, you're just like, oh, this is gonna nail it. I think this is that piece. It's really pretty off-white cable knit sweater vest, which is Banana Republic 100% cotton. We're hitting some very timeless and classic things with this piece. One, Banana Republic, that's kind of their whole deal. 2, natural fiber, cotton, and a sweater vest. I just think that's one of the things you can't get more classic than is a sweater vest. What I really like about this piece is, yes, again, it is oversized, but it's not overly oversized. This is gonna be kind of a 2-for-1 because what I envisioned with this for her is a very basic white turtleneck sweater. And guess what I found? A classic white turtleneck that is also 100% cotton. This was the vision for this. And as you can see over here, you really sort of get that oversized feel, but in sort of an elevated, luxurious way and not in sort of like a counterculture, free people, oversized way, which I love, but that's not her thing. The next item in this haul is a pair of lounge pants. I got these for her because she often finds herself in the predicament of just throwing on leggings and a sweatshirt and running out the door because again, she's very busy. She has a toddler, she's running a business, she works from home. She doesn't have to actually dress up. She finds herself not feeling her best when she's out in public in this, or even just lounging around at home or getting work done at home or whatever. So with these, she can have a little bit more of an elevated look that's still equally as comfortable because these are comfy. and still sort of have that timeless classic look, whether she's working from home or she has to pop out to run an errand. That's something I forgot to mention earlier, actually. Another thing I take into consideration when I do a thrift bundle is somebody's lifestyle, and this is a good example of that. Next up, I got her this oversized blazer that is a green that suits her really well. And this is going to be great for her to throw on when she's going out the door and look a little extra polished. I think this is going to be a really good staple piece in her wardrobe. As you can see, this fits the vibe very well of this influencer that she follows. This thrift bundle was really fun for me to do because it was quite different. Other ones I've done are closer to my personal style. And so while that is easy and fun in its own way, doing something that was different than my personal aesthetic, like quite different, I found to be actually quite fun. I was a bit worried that I would have a hard time finding pieces because I'm not as tuned in to that style, but it ended up being a really fun challenge to sort of look through the lens of a different style than I'm used to. I think it turned out really well, and I think she's really gonna like these items. They're all high quality. I think they fit her aesthetic well, and I think they also fit her lifestyle really well. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm very new to this whole YouTube thing, and I have to say, I'm really liking YouTube so far. The comments that I've gotten, although far and few between, I really appreciate. People are really nice on this app. I've heard that changes though if you start to get a lot of followers, but let me know how you think I did. And also let me know if you have any pointers or feedback, both about the haul and also how to do this whole YouTube thing. Thanks again for watching, and I will try to do another one of these again soon.